All right, welcome to Align Trading, going over Friday's SPY recap and live analysis before taking a look at what to be watching into Monday and the rest of next week. So first thing here in the morning on Friday, I explained to the pre-market brief for Discord members that you had to be paying attention to this head and shoulder if you were looking to short. So you can see, right, we opened right here. And if you were looking to short this, well, this has to be forming. You have to see us breaking out of this green algorithm. Otherwise, we can see this purple. And what do you see, right? That purple buying continuation are yellow and blue, which we will get more into. And then once again, that same purple buying algorithm and within that green still, and you're not seeing us breaking out of it, closing an inverse cup, anything like that. Now we will go over this on the 1 minute chart and the microstructure, but you can see right instantly in the morning, we have buying in that purple buying continuation, as well as breaking out of this green right to the upside. So you know that we are still strong, and you must be seeing some sort of tapering if you are looking to short this, right? Some sort of head and shoulder, right? Taking us down, maybe an inverse cup, which we do not see. And it may look like we are going to, right, fall off like this, but you'll see on the 1 minute chart how this blue and yellow controlled selling algorithm right here continues to bring price up. And you can see this one that actually formed with some more candles, but you'll see on the 1 minute chart how it looks on the way up. And then right here at the end of the day, we will be going over as well on Monday if this is going to continue. We gain 600, excuse me, and see some sort of squeeze above. Now I'll talk a bit more about this on the daily and overall terms of what the market is thinking up here, but you have to be careful if you are looking to short this. If you short just a few red candles, well, look what happens, right? We form with that blue and yellow controlled selling, and we continue moving higher. You chase that red candle, and you don't understand that this is just blue and yellow controlled selling. Well, look what happens, right? It's the same thing the entire way up. We could go back and look even further, but you have to actually see this starting to form. Now, we are making some progress here, right? You can see that inverse cup closed, and we're looking to break out of this green. So here on Monday, let's see if this does continue. We start breaking down through this liquidity right here and maybe forming some sort of inverse cup. A few levels that you can look for here. And then ultimately, if this was to be some sort of larger dump, you would want to see this larger inverse cup forming back to this price where the gap was. And then maybe we do fill the gap, whatever the case may be, right? Just have to be watching for this. So now here on the 1 minute chart, going over the microstructure and algorithms, you can see here in the morning, as I talked about, we instantly had this move up about 70 cents or so. And then from there, if you're looking to short this, right, you think that we're headed down, see some red candles in here. Well, we need to form that inverse cup back to the open, see some sort of head and shoulder and weakness right there, which we do not see. And more importantly, right, there is that blue and yellow controlled selling that I told you about was on the 1 minute chart here, and you will see it the entire day. Once again, right, blue and yellow controlled selling right here as we continue moving up, inverse head and shoulder, right? Now, right here, again, if you're chasing these red candles, have to see this actually form. You can see we cannot even form the inverse cup back to this level. And then from there, right, again, want to see us breaking the open price. Otherwise, blue and yellow controlled selling that you have here. Once again, how we build liquidity and form this inverse head and shoulder. You see that cup and this handle with our blue and yellow controlled selling once again, and an inverse head and shoulder in there off of that blue and yellow controlled selling for another move higher, right? Once again, inverse head and shoulder, same thing on and on. And the moral of the story is, right, you cannot chase this until the structure actually forms. So right here, chasing red candles, okay, inverse cup forms. There is no handle. You do not see us grabbing this liquidity right here, forming this inverse cup. and then ultimately seeing that dump to the downside right here that I am talking about, right? If you're looking for that, gotta be grabbing this liquidity. Otherwise, purple buying continuation, and we're still within this green algorithm. Now, at some point, you will see the tapering within this white algorithm right here, but have to make sure that is happening, as you will see how this is potentially forming once again. So as I was talking about on the 30-minute chart with this green algorithm right here, and if you are looking to short this, just because it may look weak, right, you gotta be watching it actually form this right here. Gotta be seeing that inverse cup actually be able to form that handle to the downside, and we clearly are still within this blue and yellow controlled selling right here, as you see it building that liquidity, and you have that inverse head and shoulder. You can see it right here as well for that entry, right? Blue and yellow controlled selling. So there is your clue to how you would have taken this. And then again, if you missed it, there is a cup and handle with that inverse head and shoulder again, right? Continue to see this blue controlled selling working, and this pink algorithm as well, which serves as that flag. And you see how we build that liquidity and get this move higher right here. You continue to see the blue controlled selling, right? As I'm talking about with that blue and yellow inverse head and shoulder again, you have that cup and handle, another inverse head and shoulder, and you continue to see this blue working. So if you're trying to short here again, right, you can see we are not forming that head and shoulder quite yet. Now up here is where this changes. So you see, right, we have this liquidity. We finally reach this level right here. See this head and shoulder forming, right? We're within this white algorithm. And keep in mind, this whole time, we are within this algorithm as well. And you want to be seeing some sort of tapering right here. So right here with this white, gotta be seeing us starting to taper. And we do finally right here when we start to form this larger head and shoulder and finally breaking out of this algorithm. You see that inverse cup and handle as well, head and shoulder off of that. And we start to head down right here, closing this inverse cup, and you see that handle right there once again. Now we were unable to grab this liquidity right here at the end of the day and break through this level right here. You can see how we are within this blue controlled selling still, and if we had more time, potentially continue higher like I'm talking about on the 30-minute chart with this blue and yellow controlled selling algorithm right here. If we do still want to continue higher, can see how that would form possibly an regular cup and handle back up to this level, and then that push for the test of 600 even, which is going to be that whole number psychological level. Very important, and just because that is an important level does not mean we're going to stop there. Can easily continue above that, and that is what I'm going to talk about on the daily chart now, and a little bit of what the overall trend is. So yes, we are still at this upper Bollinger, right? When we do reach the upper Bollinger, we want to see the retest of the 5-day, right? Upper Bollinger 5-day. So if this does happen, this can continue right here as the 5-day continues to catch up. And when you will want to short this is when the 5-day starts to go like this, and we start to maybe get some sort of consolidation right here, and the 20 starts to catch up as well. And then maybe we do start to form some sort of reversal like that, or since we are at the top of the Bollinger, come Monday, right, can start to see some sort of sell-off, as I explained on the 30, with what you will want to see as in this larger head and shoulder, right? If that does start to form right here, okay, we can start to see this, but has to actually form otherwise, right, can continue with this move to the upside right here. Could be a blow off top. You see we do have some volume right here, has been consistent buying the last couple of days, and until we see some sellers stop trying to call for the top. Now if I zoom out here on the 30-minute chart, right, if this does start to form this top, you have to be seeing this starting to form right here, and then ultimately, right, We want to see us breaking out of this green algorithm if there was a larger dump and we want to come grab this liquidity right here. Now, in the case that were to happen where we are able to actually head down, and this is maybe some sort of top, and this was just to create liquidity to get out, which I personally don't think it is, but I'm just saying, right, you would see this inverse cup starting to form, even if it took more time like that, whatever the case may be, and then your handle, right, to head back down into range right here. You can see how we got that bounce off of this high right here. So if we do even head back down, watch for a retest and then continuation, or if we do head down, right, you see us heading below that 20, excuse me, it'll be more like this, and then you will see that downside. But as of now, right, are in this buying continuation and no reason to be shorting it. If you look back right here, if we get this continuation, look how much time it can take for us to head down. So if you are buying puts, right, give yourself some time, 30, 45 days till expiration so that you can at least get this to catch up to the 5-day moving average, be able to take some profits and then go from there, because you do not want to be buying the short dated where they just chop around and then puts are not even rewarded and once again continue moving higher right here. Same thing, right? Got to be paying attention to this as we are just continuing up. So if we do start flagging, now this week we do have CPI and PPI on Wednesday and Thursday, as well as Powell speaking. So just pay attention to those. But other than that, that is all I have for the video, and I will see members in the morning.